Once upon a time, in a small village, there was an old house that stood alone on the hill. People called it the haunted house because they believed it was cursed. No one dared to go near it, and its dark and airy appearance sent shivers down the spines of those who even glanced at it. One day, a curious young girl named Lily moved to the village with her family. She had heard the stories about the haunted house but was not afraid. In fact, she was excited to explore it and prove to everyone that it was just a scary tale. Late one evening, as the sun began to set, Lily sneaked away from home and made her way up the hill towards the haunted house. Her heart raced, but her determination pushed her forward. The rusty gate creaked as she entered the overgrown garden. As she approached the front door, the wind howled through the broken windows, creating eerie sounds. Taking a deep breath, Lily pushed the door open and stepped inside. The air was cold and filled with dust, making it hard to breathe. Suddenly, she heard footsteps coming from upstairs. Fear gripped her, but she convinced herself that it was just her imagination. She continued exploring, finding old furniture covered in cobwebs and mysterious symbols on the walls. In the darkness, she noticed a faint light flickering in one of the rooms. Her curiosity overcame her fear, and she followed the light. To her surprise, it led her to an old, abandoned study. On the desk, there was a peculiar diary with pages that seemed to flip on their own. With trembling hands, Lily opened the diary and began reading. The diary belonged to a man named Samuel, who once lived in the house. Samuel had performed dark rituals in an attempt to gain power, but it backfired, and evil spirits trapped him in the house. As Lily read on, she heard sinister laughter echoing through the halls. Panic set in, and she knew she had to leave immediately. But as she turned to escape, the door slammed shut, trapping her inside. The spirits of the haunted house began to reveal themselves, appearing as shadowy figures moving in the corners. Lily's heart pounded in her chest as she desperately searched for a way out. The walls seemed to close in around her, and the air grew colder with each passing moment. In her fear, Lily remembered the symbols she had seen on the walls earlier. She had an idea. Maybe they could be the key to breaking the curse. With trembling fingers, she drew the symbols on the floor and whispered a plea for help. Suddenly, a bright light surrounded her, and the spirits shrieked in agony. The curse was breaking. The house shook violently, and Lily thought she might not make it out alive. But then, just as quickly as it started, everything stopped. The door flung open, and Lily stumbled out, gasping for air. The haunted house looked just like any other old, abandoned building now, with no sign of the malevolent spirits that had tormented her. From that day on, the haunted house was never haunted again. The curse was lifted, thanks to Lily's bravery and kindness. And as for Lily, she never forgot her airy adventure. But she learned a valuable lesson. Sometimes, curiosity can lead us to incredible discoveries, but it's crucial to respect the warnings and stories told by those who came before us.